The Catholic Church has influenced 1.2 billion people around the world.
I'm Father Stephen Beershank, and I am the rector of the Cathedral of Our Lady of Guadalupe here in Dallas. Are to learn to know more about Jesus and to serve Him and to help other people to come to know Jesus and become disciples of Jesus like we are. And so, obviously we have a particular way of worshiping and coming closer to God, but we believe everybody belongs here, everybody's welcome here, because we are simply trying to be the servants of Jesus who welcomed everyone.
We trust church leaders to keep us safe.
George Pell has defended the Catholic Church in the past against sex charges, the most senior official ever to do so. Now he faces charges himself.
Past 4 years, more than 180 people have come forward claiming they were sexually abused by priests in this area over the past.
Former students of a Catholic priest accused of sex.
Closest advisors charged with sex abuse.
What if they can't protect us in their own place of worship? Not until 1998 was priest Rudolph Koss of the Diocese of Dallas convicted of 3 accounts of aggravated sexual assault and was sentenced to life in prison. Even before this happened in 1992, a therapist told officials of the Diocese of Koss, textbook pedophile personality. Even though this was brought to their attention, Koss was allowed to access children for another full year. Within the Catholic community, he is now frowned upon and claimed to have a mental illness.
And when he was in the seminary and after he was serving as a priest. So.
Do you think what he did was wrong?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
No, and he has a mental illness that makes him think it's okay to abuse young children, and he's in prison, which is good. That's where he needs to be. And also the church leaders, again, try to sort of keep it quiet and cover it up. So I see that as a problem. I don't think that's, again, what Jesus would expect us to do, but he would expect us to stand up for the innocent people, the kids, because whoever thinks that it's okay to do that with a kid, I mean, it's not.
Okay.
Not right.
But should we overlook this case just because he has a mental illness? In 2011, Father Fernando Caradima from Chile was convicted of pedophilia and abuse on his position since 1958. Victim Juan Carlos Cruz chose to speak out over his abuse as a teenager when confessing to Caradima, and how others like Juan Barros knew and kept the truth from coming out.
Con él nunca he visto nada extraño, nada que sea ni siquiera ambiguo. Entonces yo espero que sea una gravísima equivocación.
Pope Francis later on defended the bishop, Juan Barros, on his visit to Chile, which infuriated many.
El día que me traigan una prueba contra el obispo Barros, ahí voy a hablar. No hay una sola prueba en contra, todo es calumnia. Claro. Gracias, Papa.
I was upset about it because I don't think, well, there are 2 parts to the story. One is that he was really protecting someone that he knew already, so it was a friend of his. But the fact is that anyone who protects or helps someone who's molesting children or even vulnerable adults should not be put in a place of leadership or, where other people have to turn to them and trust that they're going to take care of them. So I think even part of it was politics, and what actually happened as the story kept on going was that the Pope's helpers had to sort of try to change the story, bring it back a little bit, because he really started out condemning the victims, which is not right. It's not. I certainly don't think that's what Jesus would do. So, but I think one thing that it reminds us is that whether you're the Pope or just a plain old person like us, that we have good days and bad days, and sometimes you say things, or you're tired, and you act in a way you wouldn't if you were thinking about it more. But certainly, the Pope says something on a bad day, it doesn't mean that's the official position of the church. We don't. If we're going to side with something, it would be with the victims or the people who are harmed, not with the people that do the bad things.
Because people all around the world follow Catholicism and see it as an escape way, many pedophiles use it as an advantage to cover up, to create a blind spot within followers so that they won't be questioned. As others who made further efforts to keep cases quiet and unrevealed, they feared being turned down or even being blamed for damaging the purity of the Catholic Church. So what is justified? Is Catholicism a big lie? Are church leaders unfaithful?
Well, I think, there's a famous saying, I think from St. Augustine, that you should hate the sin but love the sinner. And I think that we all as a society, in the church or even people who aren't religious, believe that we should protect the innocent and help people who are in trouble, and condemn the people who are taking advantage of other people, whether it's criminals or sexual predators. All of that is contrary to what we say that we believe, because we believe that every person is valuable, every person should be protected and cared for. And so the failures of some people in the church is not really the message of the church. We're not the church that says this is what we're about, because it's not, and it's, not unique to the Catholic Church. I mean, every church seems to have people that are that way, obviously. We just get more publicity sometimes. But in the end, all of us believe that God wants us to love each other, take care of the people who can't care for themselves, especially protect innocent people, children, vulnerable adults, older people.
Y aquí no puedo dejar de manifestar el dolor y la vergüenza que siento ante el daño irreparable causado a niños por parte de ministros de la Iglesia.
Morte surrexit